Hello out there, Heavy Monte here. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. Tonight, the Supreme Court edition. Now, in America, if you don't know it, Heavy's going to tell you. The Republican Party has rigged the Supreme Court. They ain't worth a damn, you know. They are in the pocket of Donald Trump. And today, America, I want to tell you what happened today. The trial judges are saying, the appeal court judges are saying that the Supreme Court is crooked as hell and in the back pocket of Donald Trump. And they're saying, these appeal court judges, saying, we make a decision, based on the Constitution and the law, and you guys come up with some so-called shadow docket to speed up and protect our freaking maggot king. So I say tonight, America, that Supreme Court ain't worth a damn. And they should all be kicked off of the Supreme Court. Just resign. Nobody has any faith in you, those six maggots. The six maggots. You understand? I'm talking about those six Republican maggots need to resign off the Supreme Court. And I'm going to talk about it right now. We have Clarence Thomas, a modern day Uncle Tom and a slave. America. They say that now he's getting mobile homes, saying that he's in the pocket of the billionaires, and the billionaires, control this country. You see, they control it. The American people gave them control when they gave Donald Trump control. And Donald Trump paid them off real quick. You understand? Paid them off real quick. Give them our tax money. Give the tax money to the billionaires while average Americans starve to freaking death and don't have any health insurance. Right about now in America, I'm going to tell you how, I told you about Clarence Thomas, an Uncle Tom, a modern day slave, and a piece of shit. That's right. Shouldn't be on the Supreme Court. Now I want to talk about that voter suppressionist John Roberts. Shouldn't be on the Supreme Court. I want to say something about Gorsuch, and Kavanaugh. They, in my opinion, are white supremacists. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying, America, that those white Supreme Court justices, those five men, are white supremacists working against the American people. We might as well have the fucking KKK right in the goddamn on Supreme Court. Not five of them. That Amy Coney Barrett talking about she's fair. Fair? Come on. A modern day handmaid, not nitty. You know what I'm saying? From the handmaiden tale, sitting on the Supreme Court, in my opinion. This Supreme Court is a criminal Supreme Court. And we need to tell them that they need to resign because their approval rating is 0. You understand? Not even the Republican appeal court judges have any confidence in them. Nobody have confidence in crooks. You understand, America? So these six criminal bastards, in my opinion, is judging us when they have no morality? When people say they are racist to the core and back a pervert, possible pedophile president and destroys the Constitution to protect him and say he has immunity and he is above the law. That should have did it for you. That should have said to every American out there that we have criminals sitting on the goddamn Supreme Court and Congress is passing laws to protect the bastards. What about protecting the American people? What about us? What about the farmer who's about to lose his damn farm? Because he voted for Trump. What about the poor people who are going to go hungry? America. Losing SNAP benefits because they voted for Trump. What about the people, America, who's going to lose their Medicaid, their drug coverages, America, and cannot afford the medicine to keep them alive? And these bastards come out and tell us this Republican Party is a party of God? And the Supreme Court tell us to trust them when they back a pervert and a pedophile, they say? Huh? And a man who is trying to destroy the Constitution and take us into a dictatorship. America. The Supreme Court say we are here for life. You understand? You know? So we're paving the way for a damn crook and a tyrant. Because they don't want the Democratic Party to take over. They don't want the American people to see who and what they are. So here we're going to tell you tonight who they are, what they are. Criminals, crooks, and thieves. Huh? Can't be trusted with the law. They got to go. I didn't say this, America. Huh? This is coming from the judges, the appeal court judges. Now the judges are going in front of them now, and they're saying, and lawyers can say, you bastards are crooks. You understand? Give them no respect. They deserve none. Put it on the record. Huh? When they say, if you're a trial lawyer in court, that a woman don't have the right to choose, say you filthy SOB, I want on the record, I disagree with you, and you have no honor, and you should not be sitting on the Supreme Court. That's what you should tell them in your closing argument. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Huh? You know, so we have a criminal president, America, backed up by a criminal Republican Party, backed up America by a criminal, voter suppressionist, anti-God, criminal Supreme Court, America, made up and ran by 6 of the worst people in the world. And they say we can't talk about these bastards when they're destroying our life? Huh? This is free speech. And the speech of the night is that we need to impeach every single bastard, each one of them, 6 of those crooks. America. Yeah, we don't feel safe at night with them, making our laws, huh? Telling a tyrant, a crook, somebody, you understand, who did all these things that they say Donald Trump did. And the Supreme Court backed them and sell the American people out of the heavy. You can't come on the damn web and say to them you ain't worth a shit. To me, to my family, if you're a black person, you don't stand a chance with that goddamn Supreme Court. If you're gay, you don't stand a chance with that goddamn Supreme Court. You understand? If you're transgender, you don't stand a chance with that Supreme Court. If you're an American, you don't stand a chance with that Supreme Court because they're in the pocket of a maggot king. In the pocket of a maggot king. And they should be ashamed of their damn selves. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show, saying that the Supreme Court of America has 6 maggots sitting on that damn court. And we want everybody to go out and tell them. Write a letter. Write them. Huh? You can tell them. Maybe you can change them into being fair and say, we know what you're doing. Why don't you resign? If you can't be freaking fair. Have a great day. And please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel.